All right, family. This one's being done from the library parking lot because that's where I've been coming to work. And I'm waiting for them to open. So you got me. You got me in my car. I'm baby free. And I got to talk about something today. And this is such a cool theme. So let's take a deep breath in together. And let's let it go. So, the theme is this human existence that we get to be in together, me and you and all you, the people that love you. We are, via physics, via the building blocks of how all of this reality is set up, we are all in this kind of spiral formation. You know, that if you've ever seen Fibonacci sequence, it's this like loop, this spiral that folds in on itself, and those patterns repeat itself all throughout nature. And so it would make sense that the way we can experience life here and live life here would be in this kind of spiral formation. And I can only speak to that in what I'm currently experiencing. So it feels like when we come here, so think back to your childhood, to our childhood, there are things that we experience, there are things that interest us, there are things that pull us forth, there are things that we become passionate about. And when we're given the freedom by those who are caretaking us to go where we are being called, there's these certain activities and things that we are innately connected to. Now, not everybody gets that experience. Some people get their parents' wills oppressed on them and they play a certain sport or do a certain activity because their parents are living through them. So you may have had that experience. You may not have been able to follow what you were truly called to, but you do have those things. You do have those things that have called you. Another form of experience may have been where you didn't have supportive people in your guardianship at all. Maybe they didn't support you at all, or anything you were interested in, or activities or sports, or you may have had zero support in any of that. And so, again, none of these are wrong. They're just ways in which we've been conditioned, ways in which we've experienced our life. So this idea of coming back around to certain things, you may have not even been able to start those things yet, but I promise you that there are things that you have always been called to. Knitting, singing, dancing, certain sports, basketball, swimming, rowing, boating, roller skating, I don't know, certain animals maybe you've been connected to, or music. You have certain connection points to different parts of being here. And again, I'm speaking to this because it's blowing my mind right now what I am being called back into, what I am feeling like it's time to go back to. And that's my wellness work. You guys, I was ready to just throw it all away. Not throw it all away, but I was ready to just lovingly leave it because I was just so hurt. I've been just hurting for the last 2 years. And that hurt, that grief, that sitting with a lot of my own inner darkness, a lot of my own inner fears, it made it so that I had to just really pause. And inside of the pause, just all of the bullshit has started to melt away. All of the ways in which I was seeing myself or playing small or holding myself back or holding my family back or worrying about things outside of my control. All of these little tiny things that now that I allowed all that time to just breathe with them and be with them and contemplate them. That is the gift of this art of contemplation, is it made it so that it could move and change and shift. And now I'm coming into a new season where it's like, oh no, now you got to go back. Now you got to go back to into wellness, and you got to do it in a whole new way. And it's going to feel brand new. And like I was sharing with my friend Bree this morning, for me right now, it's feeling very wobbly, very new territory-ish, but yet I've been here. I've been working in wellness and sitting with women for the last decade. Thousands of women I've sat with and listened to their fears, their setbacks, their traumatizing experiences, all of these things that do play a role in our physical health and well-being. They do. And I'm more certain of that now than ever. And so I have to go back into wellness. I have to go back and come forth to you all, to my soul family, my online family, my in-person family, everybody. And just relay this knowing that we can be empowered while we're here. We can learn how to be with the very hard parts of being here and not let it swallow us, not let it hold us back, but sometimes just let us be still for a minute and recalibrate and recalculate. But we are meant to shine while we're here. We are meant to thrive. And wellness and full self-wellness is a very awesome journey to experiencing that. And I only know it from, again, my own very human and real and simple experience being here. I have nothing to prove. I really have nothing to prove anymore. And that is a very liberating place. This is just me sitting here talking to you like a friend who really freaking cares about you and humanity reaching our potential. And we're going to do it. So I'm coming back to wellness. I'm still figuring out what that looks like. I know I'm going to hold some space in the month of August. It's been like a year since I've held space. I've went from like teaching 4 yoga classes a week and multiple one-on-one sessions and all these courses to just nothing for a year except for the retreats. And that I'm very grateful for that time because I have needed it. But I'm excited to come back and to really listen even more deeply this time. And I think that's what we're all being called to. Just listen. Listen for your own inner knowing, because you got a lot of it. And you may find yourself returning to certain passions and hobbies and parts of yourself that really do feel like home. And I'm here cheering you on. I'm cheering all of us on. This is going to be short because the library's open and I got to go get my seat, but just a little quick something today. Yeah, may we all go forth and not be afraid to return. Love y'all. I'm going to take a big breath in. I'm going to let it go.